men, safeguards of your nation. Here is an end at last.
Little Buttercup has a few really fun moments in this piece, but my very first entrance in the show, I come on and sing, I'm called Little Buttercup, and I'm supported by the wonderful Virginia Opera Chorus of sailors, and so that's a really fun moment. I'm sort of selling my goods to all of these sailors, but I say over and over again, I'm called Little Buttercup, dear little Buttercup, though I could never tell why. So it's kind of a fun little introduction. You know, I'm literally introducing myself. And she's cute and funny. So that's a really fun moment for me on stage, is that first little scene. Well, I think in preparing Little Buttercup, I really looked at the dialogue and spoke with Nikki, our director, and Adam, our conductor, before I even got here, and asked about what kind of dialect Buttercup uses. And I think that was really the starting point for me, is to kind of discover, you know, how she says her dialogue, how she says those words. And that really informs the character, it informs the physicality. And for me, that was kind of the start of the process of exploring Little Buttercup. Well, we're not always asked to speak dialogue, you know. Sometimes it can be a little intimidating for singers, but, you know, we've spent some time just isolating the dialogue and figuring out sort of the phrasing. You know, even the spoken word has phrasing and cadences and things. So we've definitely spent some time on that, just speaking through the dialogue with each other to find those moments and the comedic buttons. And I'm sure they'll keep changing and evolving throughout the process. You know, I can't really speak to the differences very well in the British humor and our humor. I know that there are lots of words. There's this huge vocabulary that I don't know, that I've had to look up and do a little research. So, you know, it's kind of discovering what these things mean and, you know, understanding the jokes so I present them well, so they're funny. So it's a little bit of a challenge, but it's a fun challenge to kind of discover this British humor. I'm not often asked to dance. I won't take that personally, but you know, it happens, especially in Gilbert and Sullivan. I think that people expect a little bit of dancing. It's, you know, it's a fun, whimsical show, and so you expect your characters to be frolicking a bit. It's sometimes challenging to incorporate, you know, vocally how I want to sing this role with the dancing and the movement that we have, and that's why we have lots of rehearsals, is to work those things out. Say, if you think you don't know Gilbert and Sullivan or HMS Pinafore, but really you've probably been introduced to Pinafore. You know, if you've ever watched TV or seen a movie, Pinafore is in The West Wing and House and Star Trek, and maybe most famously The Simpsons. So you've probably heard these songs before. You maybe didn't know what show they were from, or that it was even Gilbert and Sullivan, but you've heard these songs. They're very catchy and fun, and you know, there's a reason why so many people have quoted these songs and these ideas before. That's the Pinafore spirit. It's fun and it's whimsical.
With difficulty bear him on his course.
That is the smartest lad in all the fleet, Rafe Rackstraw.